Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Terp Talk Tuesday with my cannadave. I'm Cannadave.
And I'm Groovy.
Today's Terp Talk, it is officially summer solstice, so happy summer solstice 2022.
I don't have a button for that.
We're going to be talking about Viridis update with testing.
Oh, shit. You're sorry, Instagram, if you're looking at us.
And then also we're going to get into
you're not looking at us.
a couple other things related to
Yeah, you should be.
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart possibly on a podcast, which is a funny topic I would like to discuss. But
yeah,
we're going to be doing a lot of summer strains. What can you do with cannabis?
I got a bunch of
summer
topics. We got a bunch of things we can talk about for apparently I'm getting all the light too, so sorry about that. But no, I mean, we got like his outdoor activities. Honestly, kind of some tips on how to do it correctly, because like it's not technically legal. So we're just gonna talk about things like that, and then I want to talk about this Viridis thing.
Yeah, that's huge
because it goes deep, and we just have to talk about it. You have to talk about it. Oh, the only thing I didn't get was all the comments. So give me a second. So if you're commenting, we tried something new today with our stream. So
yeah, no music. We went right into it, and that's because we've been getting
Instagram's yelling at me for like me and my friends' music.
Instagram, Facebook, everything's yelling at us right now for music. So that's why we pulled off the music and we just jumped right in. So appreciate everyone jumping in. But as always, let us know what you're smoking on, you're dabbing on, how you're consuming cannabis. Today's been a good day.
Yeah, how's your day been, man?
It's been decent. In the office.
What's your day's been? What you smoking on? All that stuff.
Day's been decent. It's hot as heck out. Hot as hell, to be honest.
If you got any questions, let us know.
Which I'm not complaining about because we don't get the hot that much, but it's pretty hot, So, not doing much outside. It'd be nice to have a pool. But other than that, it's been a decent day. So, we're about to be smoking on some Supersonic. Got a joint right here. Groovy's always got his dabs. We know that. What's
Triangle mints in this bitch.
He's got triangle mints. Hey, I like it.
Yeah, what's up, Nick? What's up, T-Dub?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
Thanks for the comments. Just give me a second. I'll be able to pull them up in a bit.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Dave, fuck the haters. What's up, Dave Cobb? Man. I feel that.
Dude, fuck the haters. Dude, social media just fucking hates on cannabis. I do not get it. It's just
or maybe we have a hater. Maybe we have a hater out there. I'll take it as a hater.
I'm sure we do. I'm sure we have many haters. It's fine. I'll somehow fall asleep tonight. I'm not sure how. Jay Ramsey, what's up?
Yeah, I'll still sleep pretty good,
Yeah, I'll sleep completely fine.
So you're doing a dab of triangle mints. I'll be sparking up this. Dave's smoking on some black cherry soda. Sounds pretty tasty.
Nice. Is it Cobb?
Yep.
Oh, what's up, fam?
Yeah, I'm just saying Dave.
Well, I mean, dude, you're Dave. He's Dave. Everybody's a Dave.
Everybody's a Dave.
My day's been all right, man. I haven't slept a whole lot, so I might be a little slap happier than normal. But it was just one of those nights. Had some shit happen. And it was like, oh, it was good. Just one of those things that could have went into like a little bit more of a night. But it was like, all right. So it's been a long day with work.
Yeah, dude.
Kingardo, what's up? What you smoking on?
Long days, dude. The work days they wear you out pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
By the time we get in, we're like, oh shit, man, let's go. But let's get into the summer solstice stuff, man. You want
dabbing on that Boston Orange? Let us know if you have tried anything.
What'd you
any
think?
Questions you got about any of these topics? For sure, let us know. But just talking about some tips from. And honestly, we read some stuff and blogs, and it's a big thing. Like Cannadave said, today's the first day of summer. Who doesn't like doing summer shit with weed? I mean, who doesn't bring weed when they do all their summer shit? Like when I'm at the beach, weed. When I'm
hiking, weed.
When I'm bouldering, weed. When I'm
going to hike, weed. I mean,
3-Vopia.
Weed's just everywhere with us.
Prove it.
Music, weed.
Yeah.
Dog walks.
Yeah. Weed. So here, I got a couple of topics. Yeah. So, first, just let us know. What you think about it.
Weed.
Do you use cannabis every time you're outside? I want to start with this just because it's kind of like outdoors. It's called cannabis trailing. Read an article just kind of talking about cannabis, and I'll get into a second more with the tourism part. But tours and stuff. But I really thought this was neat. They're talking about like cannabis trails. Like there was this place, San Francisco, hosts different things. Why I had a little Bay Area. Where was it? I read it. If you go across the way, so it's by this festival in by Golden Gate Park. Across the way, the city of Oakland recently opened Oakland Cannabis Trail, a curated immersive trip through our amazing neighborhood. Point of interest include premium cannabis retail shops, the recommended food stops, plus sensory attractions covering art and nature experiences. So it's almost like they're taking cannabis and be like, all right, what do people like doing? They like eating, and they like going and doing artsy things. And there's like kind of these topics keep building on top of each other. So again, if you have anything you want to say about cannabis and summer or whatever, but I mean, do you use cannabis with your outdoor activities? Because I've had someone come up to me and be like, I don't really smoke because I want to hike and I want to climb harder, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like, I couldn't imagine a hike without a joint at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. I don't smoke while I'm hiking. Maybe dab or hit a little vape pen or smoke before, but like I'm not gonna smoke a dab when I'm like doing shit. Like it's kind of hard to like for me to like smoke weed while I'm doing like summery shit. You know what I mean? Unless you're just chilling. Like I mean, I guess outdoor shit. I should say not summery shit. Outdoor. You know?
I mean, if I go out to
I do the rock climbing, man. So it's like I'm pushing myself. I'm not really gonna be like.
Well, doing the rock climbing, yeah, I understand. I mean, you're climbing if you're climbing 10, 20 feet boulders, you're not going to want to be smoking. That's kind of that would stress me out.
Yeah.
If I'm going on a hike and I'm in the middle of like the desert or trails here in Michigan, yeah, I'd rather I like to light up a joint, walk and smoke. Personally, during a hike, I don't know.
Tito brought up fishing. Fishing would be perfect.
Dude,
I would probably fall asleep. I'd be like.
Groovy falls off the boat.
I'm like wet and honestly though, but that's what it would have to be though.
I would be smoking on the boat though while I'm fishing, a nice joint, fishing out.
Which again, like I don't know how that works with legalities, but it's like literally everyone drinks beer and drives the boat. So it's like sure you can smoke weed and drive, but I'm sure somewhere that's like technically a problem.
I mean, dude, technically if they can't see you, if they don't see you hitting it, you can't really prove it outdoors. Wait,
that's not it. That's not right. That's not right. Enjoy that. Oh, see, Nick's been saying he's been caught, and that's what I'm saying. Like, anyone got any recommendations when you're smoking? To me, I like to like.
Oh, I got a funny one.
People kind of talk like they'll give you weird looks.
Yes,
because it's in the outdoors hiking community. Like there is this like, oh, we're healthy, like whatever. Like to me, it's not a competition on who's the healthiest. It's just me trying to stay as healthy as I can, right? Because I like a lot of shit that's not healthy. So it's like. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real here.
I got caught one time downtown. I got in trouble.
What do you mean?
We didn't get in trouble.
We got in trouble?
No. Me and them.
Oh, you're pointing at me.
Yeah, no, but we were smoking downtown at the riverfront, and one of the guys on the bike came up to us and like, you can't be doing that. We're like, doing what? And smoking. Right. So we had to throw that away. But other than that, that was about it. But like smoking at the riverfront.
Dave Cobb, I never leave home without at least 10 joints. It's gonna be a song in it's gonna be a line in one of my songs in the future, and it's not even true about me. It's about you.
I like that. 10 joints.
Yeah, to get out. I have to get out in the garden a lot these days. Yeah, garden keeps being in the garden is an outdoor activity, especially if you're outside. If you're in a greenhouse, like that's a big thing.
Those plants gotta be drinking a lot out there with this heat we've been having the last couple days.
100 degrees and shit. Oh my god, it's crazy. But okay, all right. So people do. So it sounds like a lot of people like do outdoor weed, smoke weed with the outdoors. I mean, I
think it goes hand in hand, man.
You know well, yeah, but it's one of those things. Or where, maybe like I told you, because being in the rock climbing community, man. Like I love them. Right? They're accepting. Like at the gym, there's no judgment. Like I love going to the gym because you got people all sizes, shapes. You got people with like large disabilities still climb. I love it. Like I love climbing because it's such an open community, right? It loves me. It's like my rave community, right? But like they're also like not many people smoke weed. I'm sure a lot of people do on the thing, but like I remember like when I was climbing, like no one was smoking weed. Like it's not as common as you think, right? Because it's more of like a healthy person thing. People are pushing themselves, and eating healthy, and smoking's not the best for your lungs.
Valid.
But like to me, it's
edibles.
Like yeah, but like to really be healthier, you just not smoke.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like
eat edibles though if you want to get some buzz from the THC, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You could eat edibles and go climbing, but I see what you're saying about the smoking and climbing. Yeah. I mean, anything smoking related is not healthy. Yeah, 100%.
Well, and no. I mean, it can hurt your health. Like if you're trying to like peak out, and like for me, I'm not trying to be like the best rock climber ever. I mean, it's cool. I'm just trying to climb and have fun. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Music and this podcast where I put my energy. So it's like, I don't know. I think sometimes it's interesting that these outdoor things aren't associated with weed, but I love them with weed. So.
Same, dude. Like I said, I think it goes hand in hand. I just love being outside in the summer, especially in Michigan, dude. We have winter. It feels like for 5 months, you know. I mean, it's just cold. Spring and fall are hit or miss. So like summer's like the one time you can actually expect it to be hot.
Right. I hear that. That makes sense. Damn, groovy, the damn cliffhanger. That's funny. Thanks, T-Dub. Yeah, no, not exactly.
Free fall. What's that?
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to say is like some people do these sports activities to be the best. I'm just doing it for the enjoyment of doing it, right? I'm not trying to be like I'm climbing. I'm not Alex Honnold, right? I'm free solo. Like no,
free solo.
I'm good.
I'm
good.
Falling.
Free falling is the exact opposite of what you want to do in this. Yeah.
That's death.
Like free falling. This is not what I'm supposed to do.
Oh God.
Well, kid, what's up? What you smoking on? What's up on IG? What's up, everybody? JRP.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. We had good rain yesterday. Cover crops, mulch, help kept the moisture in the soil. Nice. Oh, that's pretty smart. I got popped in Hart Plaza a couple years ago. That's actually like where a lot of people get popped. Like this was years ago. Like I remember being on Hart Plaza. We were like lighting up. This was years ago, so it was like still very dark. And I remember seeing security turn on their lights and start just zooming across, and we're like, "Go!" And we just like ran to the Rensen. We were like, but yeah. So like, yeah, you definitely get caught. But anyways, yeah. So just kind of wanted to talk about one of those summer things. Do you want to kind of talk about what's going on today in the news, and we come back to this for a second?
Yeah,
because like this is some big shit, to be honest, and this needs to be talked about. If no one's heard, Viridis Laboratories is back in the news.
Yeah, so we talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago. We even messaged Viridis.
Oh, please comment, share, like, all that, and I think we're gonna do a giveaway this Saturday. I know we keep forgetting, but we were talking about it, and we're gonna do a giveaway. This Saturday or is it next Saturday? I misunderstood that comment.
No, we are.
This Saturday? Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure.
I'm just thinking, yeah.
Well, we talked about it.
I did. I know. I said it last week, and
I just want to let everyone know now. So if you could share, comment, like, all that, we appreciate that. So.
But yeah, so we discussed Viridis a couple weeks ago. They had a product. Well, first off, let's talk about November. They failed testing the biggest cannabis recall in history for failed test results for mostly smokable flower, right? Flash forward now to a month, 3 weeks ago. There's a Loom product trending on social that tested at 50% total cannabinoids.
That was 40.
And then THC is around 40%.
Oh,
I'm pulling up that article you sent me.
No, for sure. No, well, because that's dead on. Like,
right.
There was some text in that like I had to screenshot and send to cannadave because it was kind of funny. Like, because let's just say, like, even in that, like, in the article, they talk about the owner, like, they tooth and nail was like, nope, we've tested it multiple times. It's right. Like,
well, that's what they told us in our social. Remember?
Yeah, we messaged him because cannadave was like, nah, don't believe it. And they were like, no, for real. And he's like, but Viridis is like, it's so funny. We should share the screenshot. It's hilarious. But like,
so I guess a company, The Spot, ran it through its own potency test, and it reached a different outcome. So this is the outcome that this reached. The marijuana had a total of about 26.4% THC, so about 14% less than what it was tested compared to the 40.3%. Which is a huge difference. That is a huge difference, testing results. True. So, like, anything then from Loom, do you suspect it to be that high? I mean, I do. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, do you expect their THC results to be, like, really low now? Like, so if, say, something's testing at 25%, 30%, you're going to drop it
and the article
20? Talks
about a good thing, talks about an interesting thing, man. And it kind of talks about the point of that there's kind of a pressure on these. I'm not justifying what Viridis is doing by any means. Not. But they say that sometimes, like, they might fudge the numbers a little bit to keep their clients happy. If you give your clients bad numbers, bad time again, even though it's their fault, who are they going to get mad at? Anyone else around them, right? What do people do? They like to blame outside sources, right? So they're going to go at the people around them. So I think a lot of times it's almost like they do it to keep business going. But then think about it. You go to Viridis, and then that's why it was interesting.
Well, they're doing it for the high THC.
Like Loom was saying that they tested it at multiple spots. Okay, yeah. Was it just varied by 10%? So you were just like, oh, screw it, because that's cool, because that's how people put it on the labels. Because that's the craziest thing about the adult use and even medical market. It was both sides. It's been like this for years. It's wild. The 10% varying thing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I think that's probably. I wonder if that's how it. Did Vegas stuff have that?
Testing?
No, the plus and minus 10%.
I don't remember.
Just a Michigan
I don't
thing?
remember. No. I really did. This time I didn't even like go there for weed, so I just bought what I could afford and bought some treats, and that was it. But I don't know.
I agree with what Tito just said. Shut Viridis down. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, didn't.
I mean, how many millions of dollars did they cause? Wasn't it 200? Like almost $250,000?
Yeah, it was an absurd amount.
Yeah.
There was
biggest
another
recall ever in like medical or like cannabis history in Michigan
here. Dude, like that's screwing up because then what Lume's doing is charging that product probably for more of a margin because it's a higher THC percentage, so the consumer's getting screwed if they want to go to Lume, which is, in my opinion, don't go to Lume, especially after seeing this. Viridis should be like suspended or something. Like you can't be. What else is coming through that's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there pesticides getting passed? Is there other stuff getting passed? Like you have MCMA, like trying to push out caregivers, but then like you have these whole testing results, and I don't even want to bring it up, but I will bring it up. I mean, weren't they ex-police chiefs or ex-police officers that run this facility now, right? So. It's just
ironic.
It's just frustrating to see that because you're bringing in this stuff into the cannabis community where you don't need it. There's a lot of other good testing labs out there, and I think a lot of other people should be going to those labs. If I was a company right now, I wouldn't want to test with Viridis.
Well, yeah, because don't you think it's going to be bad? It could first off risky. Second off, whatever. But again, we don't know their rates. They might be selling it so cheap for these people.
I would rather pay somewhere else because, like, eventually.
I understand, but you're talking about these companies that don't even have the morals to begin with, right? You're talking about companies.
Valid, yeah, I know.
Not saying all of them. I'm not saying all the companies. Just like good. Let's be real here. Sometimes some of these companies are strictly here for the business, and we know. You can tell. So
I don't know. I assume this is going to continue to get talked about too. Like it's frustrating to see that. Jenny Kush tested at 40%. We all knew it was a lie, and then it drops down to 26.
Well, it wasn't. They
should be happy with their 26.
Well, think about it, but the Lume wasn't. I mean, I want to know who was lying first, right? Like, because the Lume to back it up, it's almost like if you get caught in a lie, you don't want to, you just keep lying. That's what it felt like a little bit. But like, I don't know who lied first. Like Viridis lied to them, and then Lume started saying all that stuff. So then now Viridis telling them, "Oh, we actually did lie." Well, they got to back down now because then they just threw in theirs, and Viridis is lie. They can't back down now. So it's like it's almost like that thing. Like they're just saying what they gotta say,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, is everyone in the streaming? What do you think? Like, should they continue to be allowed to test? Like, is this something that? I mean, I'm just curious to hear people's thoughts because I mean, people make mistakes. Yeah, sure. So that's why it's like I want to forgive them, but it's also like now that another time they're in the news, basically lying or doing something shifty.
It's like 6 months though. It's like 6 months they've been in the news multiple times, right?
Like it's shady a little bit, Seen it so many times.
I think if more stuff continues to come out against them, it's really going to hurt that company, and I just don't see other brands starting to test with them. I think you'll see them go to PSI Labs, or there's I don't know many, but wasn't Iron Labs one? That was Medical Days. I don't know if that's still around. Yeah. But there's so many other different labs out there, and you can see, and that's the cool thing. You see it tested on every container. Like you literally see it when you're looking at the packaging. So you as a consumer can literally ask, is it tested by Viridis?
Yeah.
And I think it's more on the flower. It doesn't seem like it's ever the dabs or anything. It always seems like it's the flower, right?
What, the 10%?
No, the stuff that's failing tests.
I zoned out here a little bit.
The stuff that's failing tests. The
but that was because like the last time it was because they weren't doing their tests on that whatever that filter or whatever they weren't running tests on a flower specific. So maybe concentrates is more. I don't know. Like I don't know the process. It could be simple. Like that takes too long. Let's just skip it. Like we can test it later and we get the results later. Remember, like it could be so many different things. Like I don't know.
Mic drop.
Check. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that. My foot kicked the power cable out of the audio mixer. So
look at that quick though, man. You're fast though. Look how
as soon as I heard, because I know what that sound is in my headphone, it's a power drop. So I was like, uh-oh. So I just immediately tucked it back and I was like, oh shit. Sorry about that.
With the quickness. Look at you. Everyone give groovy round of applause. That was really good, man. That was
sorry.
Was fast.
Wasn't mic drop.
I was thinking power, but then I'm like, that's out. I didn't know. That was good, man. I'm impressed. That was very good. I think you should take a dab.
Maybe back my foot away from that area.
Oh, that's
anyways, no, sorry about the Viridis Lab. It's like, well, I just think T-Dub brought up a very fascinating point, good point, and I just want to talk about it for a second. He says the cannabis community needs to come together and boycott Viridis, right? I agree, but the issue is the companies that the community is boycotting, like the cannabis community, right? The ones who've been here for a while. Yeah. Those are on the list. Those are the shady people. Like, we're not going to get those people to boycott with us. We're boycotting them.
Yeah, because
we got to get all the companies that aren't, to start going against the corporate, these giant corporate companies like that.
Yeah, go to the smaller testing facilities. Right. Just like we say, I'm assuming there's smaller testing facilities compared to Viridis.
No, there definitely are. I had one accidentally call me, and I just won't say why, just on accident. They meant to call one of our sponsors, and they called me. Like, I know and it says in the article, there's like just under 20 facilities that can test recreational cannabis, right? So there are options. It comes down to money. It's what else would it be? I mean, what else do you think it'd be? I mean, I don't know.
Money or distance. How far is it? Because you got to pay a transporter to transport the product. So I'm assuming the transporters get paid depending on mileage, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I really don't know how it works.
Distance, I have no idea. But
well, that's right. I'd
rather you're gonna want to go to a closer spot potentially, right?
Yeah,
I've never
really
owned
sweet
a
to get someone on transportation
on
here. If anyone, that we should try to look into a company. We're trying to get a lab company on right now because that was our next mission.
Oh, Viridis.
Yeah, psych. They wouldn't come on here.
Actually,
we'd call them out. Then we could try, but
we can try, and that's what we do is call them out.
They'd go back to any time we typed in Viridis, and they'd be like, yeah, sure, this seems like a great idea.
It would be for them.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe any conversation's good conversation.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
But T-Dub said that we got to get more accurate testing up to closer to 5%. The thing is, I don't think that has anything with accurate testing. I think the testing's accurate. I think the issue is they have to give you that plus or minus. So if you buy it a year later or whenever it's in that time frame, that you're not like, oh, well, I tested it myself and it's 16%. You lied.
Oh my god! I just thought
that's why they do it. I don't think it's because of testing. I don't think it's accurate testing. I think they get pretty close. I think it has to do with because when you buy it, they're not lying.
Do you think is that what they're saying right now? Is minus 10% because it was 14% from what it tested at. The THC was 40.3 before, and then it dropped down 26. Right? You think Bloom would claim that? Oh, it's because of that.
I mean, I think
and then an extra 4% because if they're still holding their guns, that's the only thing you can really stick to at that point, right? Which is pathetic because we all know it never tested at 40%. No way total THC ever tested at 40%.
Yeah,
especially from Loom. No offense. I would expect it from some of the other best cultivators that's growing their product in the market that's getting tested to pull something like that. They would be talked about, and that was laughed about. That 40%. So.
Oh, good point. Actually, Luxuriously Dope actually brings up hey, first off, what's up, fam? Miss you. Haven't seen you in a minute. But he said, how would it be plus or minus? Oh, very good point. I didn't even think about that. That only officiates the minus. So I guess it would have to come down to accurate testing. So then that comes down to how they test. And maybe these companies know that Viridis tests, the way they test happens to be more positive. Because remember, it's all about ratios. Yep. The percentages and all that stuff. It's about weight versus this. So it's like, we've heard of companies talking about unique ways to submit that so they test higher, So could be shady things done on both ends. And now all of a sudden something that 25% is 40.
Well, think about it. A lot of consumers still buy off a high THC. What's the strongest? So if your product is the strongest tested, wouldn't you want to then sell that product at more of a premium and be like, hey, it's some of the strongest product out there?
Yeah, and luxuriously dope. In the article it does talk about it. It says 28%, but yeah, exactly. If it's a state requirement, anything over 28% THC in the article, that's what he said. He said 30. He's probably just rounding, but it has to be tested by the state, double checked. So maybe that's why this article is even coming out, is because they got it retested and they're like 26. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's why this is coming out, because they had to push it to that point. But I don't know. Like, in the article, they just say that,
if anything's tested at that, they should just automatically take it out and have it tested at a different facility too, not the same facility. I hope it's not retested at Viridis again. Like, oh, hey, we're testing at Viridis.
Yeah.
After.
Well, and then that's my big thing is, like, why? I mean, as a business owner, like, why would you even want to go to Viridis unless they're giving you such a good deal? But like, for me, PR and your brand representation is so much more important than how fast you climb or how much money you make. Right? Your exact profits. You know what I mean? Like, we started this shit grassroots, right? Like, we were trying to find the people who work with us, and we work with them. We don't want to. We're not. Just sell out. Like, the people there are people that do that, but
100%.
Same thing with Viridis. Like, is it really worth saving a couple grand over that?
I think now you should reevaluate. Like, it's been continued. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you were testing before with them, everybody, they're 75. Like, they were like 75% of product tested, right? At the time, it was an absurd amount of cannabis in Michigan's tested there. But in my opinion, now that you're seeing this stuff happening and it's raising stuff like that, I just wouldn't want to be affiliated with that. So now if I was a company, I would think about looking at my options and testing somewhere else, But you could be right. They could be getting hella deals. We don't know anything.
And dude, something like that, like that big of a recall could put companies under. It probably did. Yeah, like, maybe not these giant, like, whatever the fucks, but like
that got millions and millions of dollars, right? The ones that are
oh, what's up, Dennis? Laufa, what's up, fam? How's it going?
That are depending on money. It's a little bit more tougher, of course, dude. I agree. So it's crazy, man. I'm glad someone retested that and that came out, because, dude, 40%.
Well, it brings up a bigger even issue, is that like kind of what T-Dub was saying, and Luxuriously Dope kind of corrected me, because it's a very valid point. Like, then why is there the plus? Right? Like, why?
No, it's not going.
Well, wait a second. So so this is what we need to know then. Our testing's within 10%. So what if that shit you're getting that's 14% was tested wrong and it's actually 24? What if the shit that's 28% was tested wrong and now it's 18? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, again, for me, like, THC percentage, like, I understand people love taking like 500 milligrams of THC or whatever. I just got to really enjoy the smoke. It's more of a mental thing for me. Like, it truly is. Like, I think it's stronger mentally, right? Cannabis can really psychological.
I like just smoking. I don't care for total THC, man. I mean, I'm going for the effects. I'm going for how it's making me feel. I love flavor. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, not just what's the strongest. Because you can just be chilling, and we always say this, man. You can be chilling and smoking something that's 14% THC. Well, it just makes me question the testing in general. Perfect.
It just makes me realize, like, what other companies what other companies are doing this?
Because it's not like
just because they got caught doesn't mean they're the only one.
Like, imagine, what if you had to, like, send your product to get tested at 2 facilities and both came back with different results? Like, then at that point, company, you just give out so much product just to get tested. You don't even get that product back. Like, that. Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, the testing does seem a little flawed for sure.
In the article, they test Luxurious Dope.
But I think comment, it's just Viridis.
A couple people just said they test multiple places or a lot of the state, but it's 70% of the market they cover in Michigan.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I don't think it was 75, 70. I think it is
70%, but that probably means on size too. So it's probably because they do business with some of these giant stacking license corporations.
They have so much product.
Oh, what's up, Ron? How's it going, fam? What you smoking on?
That you can distribute, yeah.
I like to test myself, yes. But that's my point. Like, at the end of the day, the human test, you smoking it is going to be much better than what someone tells you and like, or let me rephrase. If someone smoked it before, that's easier to trust. That's why I'll always ask budtenders, have you tried it? And their instant micro reaction is more true than anything they're going to pitch at me in the next 5 minutes. Because if you're like, hey, what'd you think of that? And they're like you already know, they're like, what do I say? Like, that micro reaction, like, so it's like,
so
someone who smoked this shit can give you a better understanding of what you're about to do, so that's why we love doing the reviews. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, please.
Yeah, check out the High Times reviews. There's a ton on there. Oh, that's great.
No, and actually, no, luxuriously dope. That's why I brought up earlier. I don't know if you were on yet. He says if the machine gives you a number and you follow the like standard operating procedures, then how is it their fault? I get that. That's why I said I don't want to blame Viridis, and I'm not blaming Viridis. That's why I said it feels like Viridis is almost like caught in a lie. Like, oh shit, I just cheated on my wife. No, I didn't. I never even looked at that woman. like that type of shit. Like they're just like, nah, we gotta test it multiple times. Like I feel like they have to stick to their guns, right? And if multiple labs they go to are the ones that are giving them the best results, then maybe the multiple labs are like Viridis, right? So that's why I say I'm not blaming Viridis per se. I'm just saying these multiple offenders, like, should they be able to just keep testing and just keep providing 70% of the market? Like it's more, no. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming them. I'm more, I won't even say blaming the procedure either. It's more, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it requires multiple testing. Like maybe that's what, I guess it is already. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly. I don't know. I guess I'm saying I'm blaming more of the testing facility. Oh, that's what I'm sorry, ADD. But the Viridis part, I brought up earlier. Like it's a business move. If they give the better results than everywhere else, people are gonna come back, even if it is fudged, right? If they know, hey, give them that plus 10% because it could be plus or minus. That might be their standard procedure. We don't know, right? That's where I was trying to go with it, because that's what I brought up first, was like you got to kind of look at it from their eyes, is that it could just be a business move. Like all of it could just be fudged.
Could be.
So,
I mean, money, dude, 100%.
You know, and everyone has their own like testing procedure, right? So.
Yeah, I think we should get someone that's in the lab.
Yeah. Well, we had that one lab. Didn't someone lab reach out to us or something? I swear we just
concentrates.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Oh, right. They were called something labs. Yeah. Son of it. I was like, oh, cool lab company. Dave's like, nah, man, they make concentrates. I was like, damn. Well, anyways, on me being an idiot, let's again, what are you smoking on, dabbing on? Just let us know how your day is. You got any questions? Do you just want to talk shit about my hair? Whatever. Hit us in the comments. But we're gonna take a break here for a second and give a shout out to the people who help us make this happen nowadays.
Yeah, shout out to the sponsors. Do you want to kick it off? Or you want me to kick it off?
You can kick it off this week.
All right. So let's start off with DNK Growers. Do you prefer quality over quantity at an affordable price? Do you like craft cannabis? Well, go check out DNK Growers at www.dnkgrowers.com. Everyone deserves great flower at an even better price. You can check out their product located at Great Lakes Holistic in Kalamazoo, Burton Cannabis out in Burton. Yep. And then Wellflower in Ypsilanti.
That sour animal. And T-Dub, vouch for us in the YouTube. Since you're on YouTube right now, vouch for everyone. Let them know what it is.
And yeah, and reach out to them like T-Dub did, and they'll let you know where you can pick up the product. Like they're
let us know my Canacast sent you too. Please let them know my Canacast sent you. Anyways, and shout out to Seed Hub. Want to show them some love because they're also in Lansing, so we want to give a big shout out to our seed sponsor. Are you looking for seeds for your next harvest? With over 100 different genetics, Michigan breeders, and and from all over, you can visit Seed Hub in Lansing at the actual shop physically, or you can check out seedhub.shop. That's the URL, seedhub.shop. At checkout, use MICANNA15 for 15% off your seed order nationwide. That's MICANNA 15. And don't forget, that's always free shipping nationwide.
Yeah. Check out Winewood Organics. They're located in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They're the first micro business in Ann Arbor. You can save up to 35% on your first visit. Just mention my Canacast. Right now, they got some great deals. Buy a baller jar, get a gram free. They got 5 Gs for $55 on some of their top shelf, on their Flower Flight flower. And they just got in Durban Poison live resin, Slurricane hash rosin, and then Han Solo live resin. And that's all located at live resin on the last one, sorry. The rosin's Slurricane. But that's all located in Ann Arbor.
Hey,
so want to shout out on those deals.
Yep.
So thank you to the sponsors.
Yeah, shout out. Honestly, we appreciate it. And we're always trying to find new brands and people who can vibe with us, and we're always learning and growing, right? As we all are. So we're trying to find people we can learn and grow together. What's up, MI Loudflower? You say packaging. What's up, packages? You do packaging for the cannabis?
What's up, man? Well, I'm about to
4% terps on some flour. Nice. That sounds great, Dennis.
Sounds tasty. That's what I like.
Decent.
Terps. What does it say? Terps. Oh, I was
What?
curious if I had the terps on the flour.
It just said 4% terps.
Nice. I didn't know if it was like, beta carefully pinene. Yeah. I was just asking. If it said it, I can't see.
No. It's literally just a text. It says half pint, 4% terps.
Oh, okay.
Smoking good.
Nice,
like
nice.
it's just 6 words. I was like, what is he looking for me to say?
I was asking if there was terps.
I was like so confused.
Oh, my bad.
Like I did. I was
He
like,
does
well, I don't
packaging.
have packaging.
Nice.
No, 2 different things, man. Just forget it. Just forget it. It's on IG. It was in the comments. Ain't no
Alright.
thing, dog. Ain't no thing. Andy, how are you doing? How's Lizzie? So he said, hey, boys, sorry for the late. Happy Tuesday.
What groovy
sorry
just
to get
said.
a little personal there, but how you doing, man? You doing all right? Smoking on some sour apple from Humboldt. Is it actually from Humboldt? Like seeds? Like, is it an auto or something? Or is it something you bought? I just want to make sure I understood that. Am I Dope Life? What's up, fam?
Just make your own lab. Hell yeah. Damn, Nick, you're smoking homegrown Reggie. What happened?
Homegrown Reggie.
That's what he said. It's in the comment.
I think he's just talking shit about himself going Reggie.
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong. It totally could be Reggie. I don't know. Maybe it's cross-pollinated or something. I don't know. I'm just taking stabs here.
Nice. Currently, I'm not running any outdoors. I was supposed to meet up with one of our buddies in the comments and never got him to in time. So currently, no. Unfortunately.
Let's drive.
Yeah. And he actually hit me up when I wasn't around. So I apologize if you're still listening, my dude. I don't know if you want me to drop your name, but apologize. I wish,
White
but
Buffalo.
I'm not. I saw your stuff outdoors, man. It's looking good. Humboldt Genetics Auto.
Well, I mean, you got to be in by now, pretty much. Like, unless you got some clones, right? Like,
I'd
seeds
want
should have
them
been playing.
a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit bigger.
That's what I'm
about them
saying.
clone
I mean,
size.
right? This is like it's getting towards like where you're getting to the point where like you better hurry up if you're doing outdoor.
Dude, half pints runts
Right?
in horchata.
I guess,
Horchata.
yeah.
That sounds tasty.
Nice, for sure,
Runts in
for sure.
horchata.
I dig that for sure. What kind of packaging do you do, UC? That's cool. I dig that. All
Curious
sorts of
if it's,
companies. Drop some info.
What's that packaging we saw out in Vegas? Where it decomposes?
Well, we've seen that's like the new thing. I really do think decomposing type of
Is that just what it's called? Is
packaging. I mean, dude, because think about if
term
one
for
day they can make a decomposing pre-roll package container.
all those should be. That'd be awesome.
Penning. I can't. Just kidding. That's not how that works.
Because Groovy said that in my CanCast, he gets credit. Everyone be like, pending
Yeah, right.
everything.
Yeah, unless you're pushing autos, right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, oh, what's this?
I forgot what I wrote down.
Nice. They've definitely been there, my friend.
I think it's a little bit there's been shake on the tray.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about Viridis before we jump back into the summer stuff? A little bit more positive at the end.
Andy, that was the collab. Sir, that was the collab. White Buffalo. Thank you. That's what I should have called it. My dude, thank you.
I got you. Some days I think cannadave.
You
Should I
know,
just call you CD? Or is that too much of a throwback?
that's cool.
Like, what up, CD?
Throwback for a CD, man? Come on, that's not that old.
I mean, when was the last time you put a CD in?
I got five what's it called in my car?
You have a CD?
Get Rich or Die Trying, remember?
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I love that album. First off, sick album. Second off, fuck, I don't remember where I was going with that.
Do I listen to it often? No. If
Right,
my
because
Bluetooth
you got
doesn't connect,
You know what's also got Get Rich or Die Trying?
Spotify.
Every app
Yeah, Spotify.
with music.
Spotify. No, but yeah.
Sweet, dude. Sweet.
What do you want me to say, man? You crack me up.
I don't know, man.
That's funny, dude. That's funny.
Well, anyways, how's everyone enjoying cannabis? You dabbing, lighting up something? We're smoking a joint of.
Oh,
Hopefully it's weed.
Oh, I got something. You want to talk? Oh, we still had a couple other topics.
You want to talk? I mean, yeah, it's the point.
Yeah.
The podcast.
No, I don't want to talk.
All right, well then
No, I'm
mute.
kidding. No, I was gonna say, yeah, you go in the other summer topics you want. But I was gonna say the Snoop Dogg if you want, or save that for Saturday.
Yeah, dude, whatever. It's clever.
I think
Just
it's
go
hilarious.
with it. All right, well, Canada wants to talk about it. We're talking about it real quick. 'Cause
All
it's
right.
a nice little funny break.
So I thought this was
Really
hilarious. I was
sucks.
reading something online the other
Really
day,
sucks.
and Martha Stewart started a podcast called the Martha Stewart Podcast. One of her first guests, Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg, they asked him how much he smokes. So he said 15 joints, or if not 15 joints, 15, which is blunts because you always see him smoking blunts. 15 when he's on TV, but 25 when he's recording an album or in the studio.
Right.
25 blunts. That's a lot of weed. So I was curious. We always ask this, but how many could you smoke 25 blunts in a day? Like for a month straight? Like, because he's done it for years now. Like one day.
Well, you got to remember, he said 25 blunts.
He didn't say technically
didn't say
blunts. He said 25 in it. But he always smoked blunts.
But they're not all grams, dude.
What are you talking about? Do you think they're less?
I think they're a lot more.
I agree.
I think he's smoking apes, dude. I think he's smoking a couple ounces a day. But I bet you it's different sizes. But I mean, okay, so like I was watching, did you watch, he has a new special on Netflix, right? You watch that comedy thing he did?
No.
He walks out and hands his blunt to a stagehand. Like he's just like,
I love it.
it went out. But
he smoked the blunt on the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, but my favorite thing is that he hands it to the stagehand. This guy like has never smoked weed. He's like walking by, you know, Snoop Dogg's, what's up? I'm fucking Snoop. I'm tight. And this other guy walks up and he hands it, and this guy goes like, like I feel like he didn't know what to do with it, like, or it was like I'm never gonna smoke this. Like, I don't know. I think I'd hit it once and be like, I smoked with Snoop, and then I just put it away and save it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Put it in resin and just wear it around my neck.
Like, yeah.
What'd you do? This is Snoop's blunt. I'm just kidding. Sounds really creepy.
It's like 2.5 grams still.
I could never smoke nearly that much. I don't know if I really want to though. I can dab, but I can't smoke like that. That's crazy. Can anyone think they could out smoke with Snoop? I mean, where do you think you could even keep up with that?
If it's not 1 grams for a month straight, probably not, dude. I would get it, dude.
Anyone smoke with Snoop?
After a couple blunts, I'm like good, to be honest. We've smoked about 5 blunts in a day before, maybe 6, right? But 15, 25, no, I think by the end of it, I'd be like chilling, passed out. I don't think I would be able to function throughout the rest of the day. Oh, yeah.
Wiz Khalifa's going to be at Grand Rapids. I saw that. That's another thing we can go into the summer thing after in a second. Sorry, I just ADD'd there. But no, dude, it is hilarious because, like, I mean, you don't really know how much he smokes. Everyone's always wondered, I think.
Well, that's why I thought it was hilarious when I saw the article. I was like, no way. They targeted me pretty good. Facebook news. Showed up in my thing. I was like, what? I thought it was great because I've always wanted to know how much does he actually smoke. 25 in like just recording. Like imagine you doing 25 making your crafting your tunes. I couldn't even do 25 in the garden. I'd be like,
I prefer dabs.
I'd be passed out. All right, so how many dabs is that? How many? Okay,
it's I don't even want to talk about it.
half ounce of dabs a day.
No, that's not nearly.
So an ounce of dabs a day?
No, I was thinking like a quarter would probably be equal, dude. To a couple ounces, a quarter.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying is what is 28 blunts, like, or 25 blunts? Like, what is that?
What's in it? Yeah, but
if that's 3 grams each, that's 125. That's like a QP a day, dude. That's like if it's only 1 gram, that's an ounce.
How much do you think How much do you think? Now I'm thinking, how much money would he spend on weed in a year?
Oh, Lizzie, keeping you in our thoughts, Dave. I hope you had a good fun. Honestly, Lizzie, we're just happy you're here too. I hope everything's okay with you and everything's fine. Just want to make sure everything's good. I just heard you were in the hospital and Andy was worried. So as long as you and obviously Dave, because Dave went through traumatic stuff too. So we're always honored to have Dave here.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all. Here. Look at that, 25 cannons in a day, nap time, my guys. Yeah, exactly.
No, dude, no way.
I don't know if anyone could keep up with that. That's kind of insane.
Even if you smoke some uplifting insurance, like, dude, 25 times, that's like 2 blunts a... Jeez, that's like 3 blunts an hour.
Okay, say you're... How long you up for, right? Like 12 hours, 14 hours? Like you said, it's that's at least 1 to 2 blunts a day. Well, but if you watch the special, he smokes more when he's, like, partying. Because it's hilarious. Every time you see him, he's at the next halfway. Like, it's like you're halfway, though. It's like, here's a joint blunt, then he come back, and he's like this. He'd come back, and he's like this, and he's like this. I'm like, how many blunts... He's smoking.
25.
I don't know. It's just crazy. When you get to that point of...
Like that's daily, though. That's like, what?
Dave says, I don't smoke that much. Well, Lizzie, we're so happy you're here. So
there's no way I could smoke that much. Yes, thank you.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I honestly think I would be dead if I tried to smoke that much. Like my lungs would be killed. Like I try to drink enough water.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine doing that for a month.
No.
The Snoop Dogg challenge.
That's what I would do at like a music festival, right? Like that's what I would like. That's the type of shit like.
All right, let's do
I would smoke mad amounts of weed at a music festival. And even then, dude, I'm not smoking 25 blunts. Like
hashtag
maybe like
Snoop
10,
Dogg challenge.
10, 15, and then you're smoking with other people. So maybe it is 25 at the end of the day, but you know, it's not daily. Should I come back from like Forest or whatever, EDC, I'll be like, I smoke too much, right?
Yeah, I remember those.
Well, yeah, and I smoke cigarettes too, but
crazy. So there's a lot of pot. It's hilarious.
I don't even know how you would do that. That shit would be crazy. I could do it with papers. Blunts would tear my joint. Says luxuriously dope. That's a fair point too.
Dude, I would agree. But then if you did it,
it's probably a mix of joints. You don't think the blunts thing's more of like a public thing? He smokes joints at home. Probably.
No, I think he smokes straight blunts.
Wow, you think he's dead? I mean,
Wiz Khalifa. Going to Wiz Khalifa, I think he's all joints. I mean, they talk about it every time you see them. They're smoking.
Right. I mean, the raw thing that was huge for a while.
What day is he in Grand Rapids?
I don't know. He's supposed to be bud tending at Gage. I saw Kalisha Kush is like officially dropping there or something.
Hopefully it's actually decent.
Yeah. Where do we have it? Vegas? Didn't we try it in Vegas?
Oh, we did.
We did.
Yeah. Cultivator probably wasn't good.
Yeah, it was solid, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Solid, man.
I'd try it again, though. We did try it in Vegas. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you remember? We smoked so much weed. That's crazy.
Well, because I've been trying to get better at which brands when I travel, you know? Because Michigan, I have a pretty good grass. I'm really excited to go to the UP and hit a dispo when I'm up there next month. I'm hopefully going to pass one. I'm assuming
you pass one, maybe 3.
Because there's not many roads.
Maybe 4.
Well, I don't know. The path I'm taking is a little weird, but I'm going to like the tippy tip, but.
Tippy tip.
Yeah, like all the way at the top. I'm super pumped. It's like above Canada.
Say less.
Well, on the globe. You know what I mean? It's not like above Canada. You know what I mean? Like a Mario party. Like a Mario game. Anyways. Joke.
Whoa, like, what you smoking on? Can I get one of them days?
What's up, Danny? What's going on, fam?
Too funny, man.
Yeah. Well, anyways, about the summer things. Let's jump back in that for a second because just some tips and just like smoking in summer things. Because like one thing I want to say, I thought it was interesting. Cannatourism. Like we talked about this briefly, kind of about like cannabis tourism, but there's like we were talking about. There's that trail now. Would you pay for like a tour? Would you like that was cannabis based? Like say you like got to a city and they're like you get to smoke joints on this bus, right? You know how they have those bus tours, right? Could you imagine one like the Canna bus, man? Like that buyer do Shaggy, and your entire thing was like this. You know, I'm sorry, I was trying to be a track like I was really high, but plus I couldn't remember what I was gonna say because I am really high. But like also like to see a large grow up. You know what I mean? Like that would be cool. Like
depends on the price, but yeah, it's cool to see.
I mean, I can't imagine it'd be super expensive, but it'd be cool if they offered public tours. You know, I'm sure there's like regulations with how the glass would be and how the public can't go into the area, right? You know, but I don't know. Look, dude, there was that chocolate factory thing that they did for years. Like cannabis would attract someone.
Willy Wonka?
No, you remember they did the factory on Hall Road that they do tours on. No? All right, I did it when I was a kid. Anyway, I'm just saying they do tours on shit, man. Why not put and just tie cannabis with it? Imagine, they were saying, like, it was like that trail that I brought up from that article. Like, you could go smoke weed, try all the food. Like, cannabis-based tours would be sick.
Yeah, I think they're sweet because I was confused. I don't know what you're talking about. What was on Hall Road? To be honest, I really don't. Not familiar with it. But I think like the micro business and stuff like that's kind of cool because you go to wineries and you get to see it,
right?
Which is unique, and I think that goes hand in hand.
Think about you're a big smoker, but you never really grew it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
there's a lot that goes
I would
into
love
it.
to see. Like, you know, I love seeing that shit. Like, I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like.
and you kind of get to see where the product's coming from. You get to probably meet people on the tour. Maybe it could be a possibility, like, hey, one day I want to do that. It could be a dream. Like, just checking out wineries is pretty cool. When I went out to Cali, what was it, a year or two ago now? Year and a half ago? And we hit, Napa? Like, checking out some of those wineries, they were pretty cool. Get to check out the different grapes where they're doing everything in-house. And that was just like when we went to Winewood Organics, and Eric took us around. We saw where they did the edibles. We saw where the plants are growing flowering, vegging.
Right.
It's even tested there. Like, everything's done there, which is so cool. And I think seeing a tour of that is cool. I would agree.
Right. Well, and Cannator. Well, think
it just depends on price.
Okay. So they brought up Cannators, but I'm even thinking farther, like Cannatourism, right? Like, I know we're not quite there yet, but once things are decriminalized, right, and they start, like, look at how Napa is, right? Mm-hmm. You don't think the Humboldt's gonna be doing shit like, maybe not, the grassroots, but like, don't you think some people are gonna be doing that and be like, come see the land, come see a tour in Humboldt, and be like there was another thing in the article about bed and breakfasts. Imagine showing up to your bed and breakfast. There's an eighth of weed with some dabs, but it's still. But like, imagine it being on a cannabis farm, right? Like, there's so many levels to cannabis tourism that like, I can't wait till they can do it. Like,
I think there's one in Detroit, bed and breakfast.
But it's so crazy. Yeah, there is, but it's like such a new thing. Like, why isn't it growing? Because like, cannabis is right up there with drinking. Like, people will make would you make a vacation around cannabis? It
depends where. Yeah.
Like, would you go on like the Humboldt? Like, I'm just trying to think of something like Napa, like the Napa Valley tour, right? I'm sure there's like some tour where you go see a bunch of different wineries and just drink all day. Imagine doing that with weed, and you just get a joint every time you get to a new station. You smoke, and you can buy it at the end and just keep smoking.
Yes, I would like that.
Right, but that's what I'm trying to say. Is like Canna tours, like they it can go so big, and that's what they brought up. That's like the possibilities with it.
That I think would be cool, because then you're trying a lot of the smaller brands probably, and you're like, oh wow,
yeah,
I like this over this.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm curious if something like that does actually get set up now that you're bringing it up, because now I'm thinking, like, because I did wine tours up in Traverse City too once, like, where you just technically we just drove through. It wasn't really like.
But these are already things. There is a bed and breakfast. There's ones in the West Coast.
Yeah,
like, this one talks about Monroe, Michigan. It's called Mountain Views Treehouse Joint B&B Retreat. So it's like a whole thing based around weed and you different things. And there's like meditation. There's all sorts of things, right?
Yeah, Copper House Detroit.
In Portland, there's Jupiter Hotel, which is a cannabis-friendly hotel. Like, cannabis tourism is a thing, right? But it's rare. But think about how much it'll speed up the normalization of cannabis, like with the general public, when it's like, oh yeah, they got the Canna Farm thing down the street, you know what I mean? And it's like, they see that it's not causing any issues, like. So I just see so much possibilities. And when we talked about that article, like a week or two ago, about Michigan doing up in the UP starting to do things like this, like because to be honest, it might bring people up to the UP. Like, people love nature and hiking, but sometimes that's not enough. If you bring in cannabis, you bring in all these other things, it's like, oh, we make a whole vacation out of it, Maybe
you even get to stop up. Maybe you even get a car that drives you around, and you get to stop off at different nature spots too, in between.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Canna tours can become very wide open. Like, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of possibilities. You're absolutely right with that, and you don't. Because now that we're talking more about it, you don't even think about it. But like, that is pretty cool.
Lizzie says, bed and breakfast, cough, cough, anniversary ideas, cough, cough, Andy, cough, cough. I was like, I love it.
That's Copper House Detroit.
Get up. And cannabis hotels that were friendly, sure, that's just in Portland. But imagine, sure, you're not going to get the people that...
And I've never been.
You're not going to get, like, the drinkers, but people like us who don't drink that often would love to go. I'd rather stay at a cannabis hotel than not, because then you could just smoke. I'm sure it's like weed-friendly rooms, and they just put it in a section, and they're like, let the potheads be over there, and they have good ventilation, right? But sweet. Like, there's smoking rooms still in Vegas. Why can't I get a weed smoking room?
Right. I would agree. You should be able to. I mean, the weed smells even better than the cigarettes.
Oh, Nick stayed at a cannabis-friendly hotel. Where was that at? Was that the one in Portland? And I just brought up the one in Portland because, again, these articles, like, I was checking out. So I just want to let you guys know these things are out there. So if you, like, again, we're just, Terp Talk, try to, like, talk about things that are out there, education, spread the knowledge. Like, these are things. If you have ideas, like, check them out. Like, if you can think of them, they might be out there.
Yeah, you gotta do some research on it. Now that it's becoming more legal and more.
And think about cannabis music festivals, how normal those are becoming now. Like 420 Fest, you're seeing it on that thing that was around, and then you're seeing like Rainbow Farms, Big Cloud Farms, all these Michigan ones, which are going on. 4th of July weekend, there's multiple going on. Yeah, and it's just
a lot.
It's just so new. I think everyone's still nervous. That's why I can't wait for Decrim, because all these events are just going to skyrocket. Like, again, another article was talking about film festivals.
You know Juicy J's coming?
You know what film festivals are? How sweet they'd be with cannabis? Sure, people probably fall asleep, but it'd be sweet. Well,
it would be sweet.
It's in the movie theaters, like, yo, you want this? So, what were you saying, Juicy J? What?
I think Juicy J's coming concert. I saw it was Cannabis Fest, and I hope there's no
bad affiliation.
Yeah, no.
Like, damn it, we can't go now. Well, the last one we were like, damn it, we didn't go. We got offered free tickets. We didn't even go. See, sometimes just gotta stick with
Desert Hot Springs in Cali. Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, see Cali, that makes sense.
Pool, backyard, you can see everyone smoke. That's dope.
Wow. See, I would open my place for teaching and tasting. See, that's another thing. That's another education thing.
I like that.
Now because that would be included in the tour. I mean, sure, you're not going to give away your secrets, but you're going to this would be the vegetation process. And when, like, your grandma can go on a cannabis tour, and it's, like, this whole, like, fun thing, right? Or I just brought up your grandma, meaning, like, anyone in your family. It's a family-friendly thing. We can get rid of that stigma there. Like, oh, the kids. Because, like, what about the kids and booze? They always drink at, like, 15. Like, and everyone's like, hey, well, it's just funny when it's younger. Like, what?
It's just... You learn a lot during those days. You know, you just vomit.
Let's give this baby a shot. Like, that's how they used to put kids to sleep. But, yeah, now weed's the issue. No, I'm just messing around.
I mean,
but
kids
you know
want
what
it when
I'm
they
saying.
see the edible packages. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can't make those jokes because they're not even funny now. It's like, you don't want to say that shit. But anyways, like, there's tons of, I think cannabis and outdoor activities and summer activities, they go hand in hand. That's why I was so sad to see Traverse City being, like how they have been for so long. Because it's like, what are you going to bring? People who are going to spend more money on food and buy the cherries by, like, boatloads because they're going to be stoned? Like, let the stoners come. If you will open the dispos, they will come. It just makes tourism easier, man. Because, like, when you're around here, you can go to the local meetups that you know about. But unless you're, like, in the local social media or in the local scene, it's hard to just, like, show up, So when we go to Vegas, we don't know where there's, like, the caregiver meetups in Vegas. Like, we just Google what's around the hotel because we want to smoke weed. Like, it sucks, but convenience wins every time when you're traveling. So that's why cannabis tourism, cannabis summer things, smoking things, like they're gonna just be growing,
Mm-hmm.
So, and shit, we've been trying to figure out how to do something smoking outdoors. We just gotta do private land, but it's a little bit more of a planning and process than we realize. So, And
the days roll by pretty quick.
I've been making cannabis oil for the kid for about 8 years. Boom. I mean, think about how much it's helped with like different disabilities.
I think it's
like seizures. I almost said spasms, but maybe it helps spasms. But
I mean, dude, cannabis is such a miracle plant that it's sad that you're seeing prosecution and stuff going crazy.
Yeah,
it needs to be decrimmed. Like, people should be able to just try it just because of what you said. Like, it does have it can help. Like, think about, we had sneak peek to tomorrow's episode. We had Rob Sims coming on talking about plant-based medicine, psilocybin medicine, like all that.
Oh yeah, shout out Rob Sims. Yeah.
Of Primitive that drops tomorrow at 4:20. Check out the video out on YouTube or listen to the audio on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, and so hit that subscribe button, please. We appreciate that. Also, hit that share button and
all that jazz.
Follow if you're your first time in here too as well.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah, and you can follow me at Groovee Music. That's 2 E's, Groovee. And same thing with and that's all the socials. And Groovee, if you want to check out my music, into electronic music or saxophone stuff, check it out. If not, don't worry about it. It's whatever.
Check out his music. Give him a follow on Spotify.
Follow cannadave, man. He's that grower guy, and I'm pushing him to do other things.
I think I'm like 2 away from 1,000 on IG.
Well, we're pushing.
Like 4 away.
Yeah, if you haven't followed
follow
IG,
me on IG,
socials
that'd be dope.
Should be below.
Yeah. I'm somewhere around there.
We really appreciate
away,
any support because we're still growing.
Pods.
We're trying to find those brands. You know, we ain't balling. We still work full-time jobs, and we come here and do this all the time because we love it, and we think that these topics need to be talked about.
It does. A lot of it does. I mean, there's not a lot. There's a lot here in Michigan that talk about it, which is good to see. You got like jazz.
What's a lot? That's a perspective. I mean, a lot to me is like hundreds. There's literally like maybe 10 podcast news sources that don't lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not that many when you're talking about how many news channels are and radio stations and podcasts in general. No, man, there isn't a lot. There's people trying at different levels. Like, shout out Jamie and Rick, or at the governmental level. You know, you got us. I feel like we've always been kind of caught up in the middle. Like, I love the adult use side because I don't like seeing people arrested. You know, so that's why we say decrim and safe banking. But we came from the med side. So it's like, support your caregivers. Support anyone local if it's not trash. Like,
if you can, if you're able to.
Expand those green zones and everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
So.
And hopefully more companies that are against patients' rights or against just anyone growing at home continue to leave the state, like Terrapin.
Yeah, that was great. That was Terrapin leaving.
And I'm sorry, not sorry.
Well, it's just one of those things because when you have bad morals, like, and they realize, well, the list is probably screwing their buy, and they're probably like, we got to go, we got to put this money somewhere else. And that's kind of what the whole point of the boycott was, and that's why it helps. Don't buy that. Support who you can. You know, try grow. If you have the ability, grow your own. Like, I don't know. Just, it is hard because sometimes, like you said, like, even we see these events, and we're like, oh, shit, I want to go because it's a cool event, and then you're like, sponsored by, son of a bitch.
Well, when it's like all sponsored by, it's like, dang.
Yeah, but then all the cool events, like the fun caregiver stuff, are 3.5 hours away from here.
For us, yeah, I know. It's actually pretty
3
fun.
hours, I guess, each way. So, but each way, so it's a little bit of a hike. So, cannabis.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, we actually went a little bit. We went a little bit over. So let's wrap it up, Groovy.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. So, I guess that's really it, man. And appreciate you all. Saturday, Wake and Bake, 9 a.m. Terp Talk, 7:10. Obviously, you're here every week, PM, EST. And as always, we're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace.